I was in the biggest dirt bike crash so far that actually could have been easily avoided. So let me share with you guys today what I learned. Hey, what's up guys, Rado here, Dirt and Iron, and I'm currently recovering from the biggest crash I've been in since I'm riding a dirt bikes. Thank God I do not have a biggest injuries, but the crash in my book was the most dangerous, and it could have gone really wrong for me and also for the other guy, because the crash was involving some other person as well. And you know, looking back, it's almost a week today. Looking back at the crash, and I also have the video from the crash I'm gonna share with you shortly. So looking at the video and talking to some people who are better riders than me, came up to a conclusion and learned a lot, and I think I'm gonna benefit from it for my next riding. This is for the motocross riding. It happened at the track. So I will benefit from it for my next motocross riding, and I wanted to share it with you guys because you might be in the same situation. You might be coming to the same spot where I was at last week, and I hope for you guys that you will not do the mistake that I did in the video that you will see shortly. Okay, so fast forward, end of the day, I was there with my friend Corey. He was on YZ250, I was on Husky FC350. And we said, okay, let's go for a little battle. And we were just getting each other back and forth, back and forth. We did maybe like 3-4 laps. And then on the last lap, it was already like 2 p.m. We were getting ready to get back home. I was following him, and that would be on the video I'll share shortly with you. I was following him, and then he took one jump, and I took the jump after him. And then he took another tabletop, and he was coming to the biggest step up we have at the track, and he took that step up, and in the middle of a jump his bike seized. His YZ250 for some reason seized. He dropped the front wheel down, and then he cased the landing. And as he cased the landing, he didn't make it over that hump. He cased it, and then his bike kind of went sideways, went over that hump, and he just crashed really badly right there. And I was coming, and when I lifted my head and when I saw what's happening, I was already at the takeoff, and there was nothing I could do because I was already taking the jump. I was just at the point where I was leaving the jump, and I was just watching what's going on in front of me. So I went high enough, and then I saw everything was happening. My friend was rolling on the left side, the bike was kind of on the right side, still moving, and then I landed kind of in the middle, and in that split of a second, I decided to swear to the right because I didn't want to hit my body, right? So I wanted to go next, I was hoping that I can avoid the bike. The bike and my friend were kind of together, so I wanted to go to the side, but I wasn't able to avoid everything. I hit his bike, and then I went down hard. Video quality is not that good, but you can still see what's going on. So Corey is first on the YZ250, and I'm following, taking one tabletop, second tabletop, and then on the step up, we both crash. Let's look at it again. I'll show you exactly what happened there. This is actually first time for me to ride this track since they changed it, so I'm paying too much attention to the track and not paying attention to what's going on around me. My buddy's bike sees or dies in the air, drops the front. Right here he crashes. So if I would have been looking ahead enough, so when he crashed at that point, I was just landing the previous jump, and I would have had enough time to react. But I wasn't looking ahead enough. I didn't see that. So right here, I realized that he crashed, and as you can see, I'm already kind of in the air flying, and I pretty much had nothing to do, just wait and see what happens. So yeah, that's what happened. Alright my friends, so you saw it. I had plenty of time to react to what was going on in front of me. But when actually Jay Clark, he approached me and he said like, hey dude, you could have stopped or at least you could have rolled that jump because it happened way ahead of you. But when I recall that in my mind, like, no, when I first saw it, it was already late because I was flying when I first saw him crashing. But that was my mistake, guys, and that's something that I want to tell to all of you guys watching this video. You have to be aware what's going on, not in 10, 20, 30 feet in front of you, but actually you need to know what's going on way ahead of you. And if you're a little bit faster than the slower guys on the track, you need to look up couple turns. You need to be aware if there is another guy who might be struggling to clear some jumps, who might be a little bit off, who might be slow, and you always need to be aware. You cannot expect that the track is clear. You cannot expect that you can just go and have fun and flow, because there is way too many people on the track, different skill levels, especially on the wet track. You would have beginners, you would have kids, you would have different kind of skill levels on the track. So my mistake was that I didn't see him because I was just learning the track, and I was watching my landing, and then I was kind of watching, picking where to hit the jump, my next jump, right? If I would have lifted my head up and looked in front of me, I would have seen him landing, crashing that landing, and I would have seen him hitting and casing the jump way before I hit the jump. So I would be able to just slam the brakes and then roll, maybe kind of land in the middle, and I would be 100% okay. I wouldn't even hit the bike. I had plenty of time to react. I had plenty of time to see him. I had plenty of time to avoid this crash, the biggest crash I had so far. If I would have lifted my head half a second earlier, look up and see that he's hitting that, casing that jump. So guys, put that in your mind, and I'm gonna work on it myself too. Always, in every situation when you're on the track, anticipate that there is somebody one jump ahead of you, two jumps ahead of you, that might be in a trouble, that might be doing something that you don't expect. Always anticipate there is something unexpected in front of you. Don't think that everything is clear in front of you. And you can easily check the track, but sometimes you don't see, there's the blind jumps you don't see. So maybe that 2 turns before the jump, look up and see if there is a slower guy in front of you. Maybe even 3 turns. Sometimes the tracks, they come together, right? If the track goes like this and they come back, so you can be in the spot where you can just look over your shoulder to the left or to the right or to the left, and you can see if there is a group of riders, if there is somebody slower that you will be coming to, you will be reaching because you are a little bit faster. So you always need to think ahead, at least 20-30 seconds ahead, what is there in front of you on the track. And usually I try to do that, but as I said, this was the first time for me to learning the track, so I was too focused on the track, and I wasn't really paying attention to what's going on, other riders and all that. So I could have easily avoided this crash. I could have been 100% okay. Now I'm still fine. I just have big hematoma and I'm limping a little bit, but it's not too bad. My friend Corey, he will be okay too. Maybe in 1 month or 6 weeks, he will be back on the bike. So thank God. Seriously, I'm so grateful to God. I prayed right there on the crash. It wasn't too serious, but we both are taking a big lesson out of this. So hopefully you guys can take a lesson out of it too. Stay safer on the track. Don't stop riding, man. It's a lot of fun, and we can be safer if you just pay a little more attention to what's going on. So hopefully you guys can take something from this video. Share your advice below in the comments if you have any advice on how to stay safer on the track. And don't forget, whatever you do, stay motivated. See you guys later.